cold as crap in this woman's basement. About to get my love on with this poo-poo here. You know what I'm talking about. No, I'm just joking. Ain't no colors. It's my little baby here. It's my little baby. You know me? Let me stop. I'm sorry, baby girl. But anyway, yeah, I'm in this chick basement. But look, came over the house. Our streaming didn't work. You know what I mean? Had to go steal cable for the next door neighbors. Got chased by the cops. Had to put this black on. You know, we got a lot of things going down here in the city of Baltimore, so I had to be careful. But anyway, Lonzo, you need to come to Baltimore. Come hang out with me, brother. Get some fire into you. For some odd reason, dude, you just ain't got it. What I mean by that is this. KCP and Ulis is about to go down, about to fight. What you do? What you do, Lonzo? Talk to me, brother. You know what you did. Instead of getting into the action, you walked away. Like, dude, like, this is a scuffle. You don't have to fight. I'm not saying that you got to be a part of the fight. What I'm saying is, in order to build... God dang, girl, you're snoring. What I'm saying is this. What you got to do is actually get in the mix of it. Just break it up. Don't walk away like you're not interested. Like, I don't want no part of that. You know, you got to have some enthusiasm. Got to have some fire in you, brother. Got to have some strength in you. One thing with the Lakers is that y'all, to me, like Shaq said it, you guys are soft. KCP, now I always get on KCP, you know, because that right there wasn't really, it was initiated by him because of frustration. You know, he getting destroyed by Devin Booker. He was getting destroyed by Devin Booker all season so far. He ain't really lived up. To me, KCP hasn't lived up to his expectation as a good defensive guard. To me, he's average. Lonzo Ball sometimes played better defense than him. Now, what I'm saying is this. I'm not knocking his game. I don't knock his game. The problem is with KCP is that, you know, he's kind of like I'm not going to say a veteran because he's not. He only been in the league a couple years, like for 3 years, something like that. The thing is, the biggest problem I have with KCP is this. Dude, you got to get that ball up. You're not a good passer. You made 3 bad bonehead decisions going down the stretch that actually cost us the game, that actually put us out the loop. You know, the 2 outlet passes and I've been saying over in videos over and over again by just watching you, you're not a good passer. You made 2 bonehead passes. You overthrew both guys. Then you come down on a break where you and Jordan Clarkson were one defender. Instead of you going to the basket to draw the guy away from Jordan Clarkson, to give Jordan Clarkson an easy layup, you decided to go shoot a 3. And not only try to shoot a 3, you was in a 2-point shot. You decided to back up to shoot the 3. For what? When you just easy shots. And this right here is where it falls on Lew Walton, because Lew Walton, you should have called a timeout right then and there and put him on the bench, straight up. You made 3 bonehead plays, put him on the bench, because if that was Jordan Clarkson, you'd have did it Jordan Clarkson in a heartbeat. And I have a problem with this hypocrisy of the way you coaching your players. Julius Randle make a mistake, you quickly bench him. Other players make certain mistakes, you let them play through it. It's not fair. You got to be a little bit fair and more fair. You got to be fair and lenient with all your players. You can't just pick and choose who you want to do your battle with. I don't care if Matt Johnson up in there. If you get fired, you get fired. Just make sure you do a good job at coaching so that way you'll have another job somewhere. But you can't let these young guys do what they want. You can't pick and choose your battles. You know what I mean? Certain players, you know, doing things, you letting them do what they want. You got to stop being passive. It's not going to work. Starting 5. You got to change the lineup. You're making Lonzo Ball look like a bum, a bust. You're giving the haters more ammunition to go out, and we don't really have nothing to fall back on. All we can say, well, you know, he's a good passer, he's a good defender, but we can't say nothing else. You got to, you know, listen, you got to go to Magic and you say, listen, we got to make some moves. We got to make some changes here. Lonzo Ball needs shooters. If Lonzo Ball is our future player going forward, you got to give him players. You got to give him shooters. Remember, Ingram was the man that nobody said they could touch. Okay, Ingram's being outshadowed by freaking Kuzma. Okay, so because I'm saying this, you got to put Ingram at that 2. You got to put Caldwell Pope on the bench. Let him come off with Jordan Clarkson. You got to give Lonzo Ball more ammunition. Give him Julius Randle so he can have somebody down low, because there's nobody really down low that can actually get their own shot off. Brook Lopez, he does too many spin moves down low. He's 7'1", shooting over 6'9" guys, you know, or 7 feet guys, whatever it may be. But he's the biggest guy on the floor, and you taking layups where their center, the Phoenix Sun or any opposite team center, it could be an unknown player, is actually physically beating you up down low to the point where now you got to go out and shoot 3-pointers. The Lakers are too much of a finesse team. Defensive wise, we got the hustle man defense. We play pretty good defense. The only biggest problem with that is the switch offs. Switch offs got to be much better. Communication needs to be there. There's no reason for Brook Lopez to be all the way out on the perimeter playing a point guard, a guard off a switch off when his man down low playing 6'4" guard. No, you get back on transition and play your man. You shoot a three, you should be the first man down there. There's no reason for you to be the last man getting down to the other side of the paint. Other side of the floor. It doesn't work that way. Kuzma, kudos to you. You scored 30 points. You had 10 boards. You so far, and Jordan Clarkson when he comes to play, because Jordan Clarkson probably had more good games than bad games. You and Jordan Clarkson have been pretty much the most consistent players on the team, with Ingram not far behind. Ingram, to me, is feel like he's being left out. And the reason why I say that, because when Lonzo Ball calmed down, Lonzo Ball first initial person that he passed to is Kuzma, and then it's Caldwell Pope, which Caldwell Pope cannot shoot. He's inconsistent. Caldwell Pope, he runs down on the side beside Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball give him the pass. He takes the three, clunk, it doesn't bounce instead of going to the rim. You know what I mean? That's the biggest problem is, and this falls on Lou Walton, because you setting the guys up for failure. Number one, you having all these guys shooting threes, knowing that they're not a good three-point shooting team. The best three-point shooter are Kuzma and Lopez, but instead of these guys going to the basket drawing fouls, you want them to shoot threes. It don't make any sense to me. You got to find another way to win. It's not working. Change your game up. Magic Johnson, basically saw you a dud. And what I mean by that is he gave you a guy who's a pass first guard with no players. Only person that he can really pass to is Kuzma, Lopez, Caldwell Pope. Ingram is putting the ball on the floor. He's going to the rack. He's not really a spot up shooter. That's why he need to play the two, because that way when he come down, if Lonzo Ball passes the rock and he's wide open, he's going to take the shot. But a lot of time when Ingram gets the ball, he got a contestant. He got a defender already up on him. So he got to put the ball on the floor to create space in order to make the shot. A lot of people don't pay attention to that. He's a good finisher to the paint. More as the season goes on and as his years go on, he's going to start getting the fouls. Right now, he got to find identity within himself so the ref can respect his game, so that when he go to the rack, he can get the foul call, because Ingram, he is the only one out of the starting five that do go to the rack beside Kuzma. So that's a good thing. Lonzo Ball, what's up? Did you make a pact with Satan? 666? What's going on here? 6 points. 6 assists, 6 rebounds. I'm scared of you. You're making me nervous. You cut your hair. You made a pact with the devil. I don't freaking know. I'm just joking. I'm a conspiracy theorist. But listen, Lonzo Ball, this is a good game for him to actually play. We should have beat Phoenix. Phoenix is another team that's actually struggling, trying to find himself, find identity. And right now, they're in the same limbo as we are. Now, a lot of fans might even say, well, we should have went on and kept letting Jordan Clarkson play. That's true. Now, if we were trying to win, but at the same time, I would have went on and continue to let Lonzo Ball play, because he got to basically get himself out of the slump. The slump that he's in, he got to get himself out of the slump. And it was a good opportunity to do it, but he didn't take advantage of it. But once again, it goes to the players. Players just hanging around. Here it is. You got 3 guys run to the paint on defense, 2 guys on the perimeter, where the opposition team got 3 guys around the perimeter. So that means one person is open. Instead of one of these guys going to pick up a man off the switch off, they all stand on the paint waiting for the 3-point shot to go down. It make no sense to me. Now, this is when he needs to call timeout and really get into that butt and say, what are you guys doing? You know what I mean? Like, come on, guys. What are y'all doing? They were 13 for 32 behind the arc. Because why? The Lakers are known to crash the inside paint, because everybody want to crash the board. And that's the biggest problem is. Here's the thing. Now, Mike from Laker Talk said it seems like Lonzo Ball is the only one that's crashing the boards. Now, the reason why this is happening now is because, number one, Lonzo Ball is a good transitional point guard. When he get the ball off the rack, or somebody passes to him before they get down the court, he runs. That's what he was doing all game, running. Because that's his game. He liked to run, up-tempo. He's not a half-court set on point guard. He got to run in order to get himself in transition, to get himself going. Now, the only problem about that is that when he does come down, there's nobody picking up his player. At the perimeter, remember, there's guards out there. Lonzo Ball's in the paint. There's nobody at the perimeter guarding the guards. You got to have somebody like Brook Lopez going out trying to block a shot. That should not be happening. I know at the end of the day, like I said, we don't have man-to-man good defenders like that actually pick somebody up where, okay, I can go do this because now I got somebody who's glued in on their opponent and preventing them from doing anything. We don't have that. We have a good team defense, but not man-to-man defense. And that's one thing that we need at the end of the day. And that's the reason why I say over and over again, if you got a squad where you can spread the floor more, it makes the defense much more honest. But because you don't have consistent shooters, the defense know who to play. Okay, well, Kuzma and Ingram is the main 2 weapons. We'll let Brook Lopez cannot do nothing inside. It's easy to really read the Lakers. I'm just being honest with you. It's very easy to read them. Brook Lopez don't do nothing inside. He like to go outside. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. We double team Kuzma, make him give it up. You know what I mean? So kudos to Lonzo Ball for finding Kuzma when he soon get one man on him to make the move, and kudos to Kuzma acknowledging that he only got one defender on and taking the ball to the rack before a double team comes. He don't wait, you know what I'm saying? And that's what Brandon Ingram got to work on. Brandon Ingram, you got to stop being hesitant. Stop waiting until a defender come over to help out. You got to start putting that ball on the floor and getting straight to the basket or take the shot. You can't hesitate. Same thing with Jordan Clarkson. You dribble a lot. I had no problem you dribble a lot because, like I said, Ingram does the same thing. But at the same time, you got to make better decision making and get more playing time. But you probably won't get no playing time tonight because Lou Walton wanted to play Lonzo Ball, which is nothing wrong with that because Lonzo Ball, you know, he got to get going. He got to get going. Point blank. Period. He got to get going. You know, that's how I look at it. He got to get going. Randall, you know, he had 13 points, squad 13, 4 rebounds. You know, he only played 16 minutes. Corey Brewer, Mr. High Energy off the bench. You come in, and I think Corey Brewer is a better defender than Caldwell Pope. He keeps going at it. I'm not knocking Caldwell Pope's defense, but right now I think Corey Brewer at his age is still running the floor like he's 20-something years old. And one thing about it, he makes a lot of good decisions when it comes to offense. He let the game come to him. He don't really force nothing. You know, if he's open, he take the shot. You know what I mean? But other than that, he's played pretty good defense to me. Bogut, you already know what he does. He played pretty good defense. He's a physical body. But other than that, that's about it. Vanderblue, they bring him in. You know, like I told freaking DeAndre Page, he's a dud. You know, he been in, ain't scored since. And he talking about Josh Hart. Vanderblue doing the same thing. He don't need play no. You know, he can't play defense. He can't score. He only here for 5 minutes. So Enos, I don't want to talk about Enos. It is what it is. The Lakers, look, right now they had no answer for Devin Booker. Devin Booker did whatever he wanted. The whole season he did whatever he wanted against the Lakers so far. And that's why I say KCP should have been basically assigned to stop him. But instead, switch offs, getting burnt, can't get him back. Gotta take him to the rack, getting fouls on him, this and that. Devin Booker just whoever he put on him. That's why I would have put Corey Brewer on him. I put Corey Brewer on and let Corey Brewer do his thing. You know, KCP. Sorry about that. It's that long for me to get out the house. Anyway, KCP, you got to work on his game, man. Like I said, his passing game is suspect. His decision making is suspect. He's the defensive player. The Lakers did not get him to be a scoring threat. He's an inconsistent player. He was like that in Detroit. I told guys that because I watched Detroit. You know what I mean? I watched them guys, Reggie Jackson, all the guys play. You know, I watch basketball. You know, I'm a basketball fan. I'm a fan of the game. You know, and the only way you're going to learn how to be a fan of the game and be able to analyze all teams is to not be biased. You know, you can't be biased because of the name of a person. You got to look at all aspects of the game. And at the end of the day, like I said, this fall on Magic Johnson, this fall on Luke Walton. Right now we're 6-10. We got to pick it up the momentum. I feel bad for Luke. You know, Luke running to run a Golden State Warriors offense. He don't have the personnel to do it. You know, this is Magic Johnson's team because Lonzo Ball remind Magic of Magic. This is not what Luke Walton was looking for. I'm telling y'all right now, Luke Walton does miss D'Angelo Russell. I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear that, but the truth is the truth. The guy stays in contact with D'Angelo because D'Angelo was his best offensive player for him because he could bang the jumpers. Now, over the course of time, hopefully Lonzo Ball get it going. But Lonzo Ball, and as a matter of fact, the whole team, they need to go in and they need to work on their free throws because there's no reason for them to be shooting what they're shooting under 70% at free throw line. When they get into the rack, yeah, they had a lot of calls that were against them. The ref made a lot of ghost calls, but you know it is what it is. You can't sit there and blame, 2 or 3 calls and say this is the reason why we lost the game. No, the Lakers lost the game because they don't play like they want to win. At the end of the day, they don't have that energy to play like they want it. Reason why I say that because they want it. When they go to the free throw line, they will make sure they think long and hard that I need to make this shot. Instead, they just clunk it up there and like it is what it is, you know. But they need to have a sit down pep talk with all these guys. You need to hit free throw. Everybody need to get in the facility later on the day or every day after the game. I don't care what time it is. Everybody need to take 300 free throw shots, 300 jumpers, whatever it may be, in order to get them going, especially Lonzo Ball. He need to take shots. He need to get in that gym, and he need to practice on his shot. Kuzma is the only one that I really hear. Well, and Jordan Clarkson. Kuzma actually done started talking to Kobe. He's trying to get his game on. He said he's trying to be up in that level with Kobe. I respect that. I love hearing something like that. Lonzo Ball, you can't be with LeVar Ball sitting around drinking wine. I'm just joking. But you need to get there. You need to actually talk to. You need to be found in the footsteps of Kuzma because right now your shot's not falling. And the teams are going to leave you wide open because they know you can't hit the shots. And because you can't hit the shots, they're going to treat you like Muggsy Bogues. If y'all guys don't know who Muggsy Bogues is, go back and look at the games when he used to play with Charlotte with Lonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson. Chicago Bulls to just leave him wide open because he could not hit the jump shot. And this is the reason why the Charlotte Hornets never went any further than the, I think, first or second round, if that. They had a good squad, Kendall Gill and all them. They didn't do anything because Muggsy Bogues could not make the shot. He was a good passer, but he couldn't make the shots. So I'm hoping that Lonzo Ball work on his game, because if you open, you got to hit the shots. We can't keep saying, well, why is he taking these threes, and not hitting them? They leaving it open for it. They're giving him 5 feet. You got to hit them shots. So he got to start making them shots. Also, if the opportunity is there, you got to put the ball on the floor, go to the rack. Build confidence in yourself, young man. But next time when they're in the scuffle, you can't be walking away like you ain't got no, you don't want no parts of it. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool, and it's not cool throwing this up all night too. And I'm just saying the numbers you put up tonight. We got to get back into a rhythm. Lou Walton, you got to make some changes within the rotation. You got to make changes in the lineup, or we're going to suffer more and more losses to come. Right now, to me, and I told you guys in videos before, the Lakers last year at this time were playing much better than they are doing now. Yeah, we're probably pretty good in defense, but we have no offense. And around this time, we was 10-10. Right now, we're 6-10. So I just want you guys to think about that. Hopefully, we get on some type of streak and make it 10-10. Then that'd be cool. Then we can put the thing rest assured. But we can't be on these losing streaks. We don't have no picks this offseason, and there's no guarantee that we might get any freaking free agents. So we got to utilize what we got. Lonzo Ball need that ball in his hand. He got to move in that transition. You can't have Lonzo Ball not having the ball in his hand. It doesn't work that way. That's why he's getting his rebounds. And I don't want to keep dragging this video out. We just played bad. Simple as that. We played bad coaching. Just a whole lot of things all around, man. But anyway, it's your man, Urban Lover. Like, share, subscribe, get in the comment section, tell me what you think. I hope the Lakers can do something, change around. I thought sure we're gonna be finished, man. But let me get out of here. This girl about to wake up, and I need to go because her husband about to come home. I'm just joking, but I gotta get out of here.